Hello everyone. Today we are going to see what are the data types available in Lab. So for first we'll see integer data type and float data type. These both are considered as numeric data types because it has numeric as input. Then we'll see Boolean data type and string data type. After that we'll investigate numeric array and string array. Array can be of any type. The data type you put inside array, it converts into it. So let's first go to integer and float data types. So right click here and take numeric control. And we need one numeric indicator as well. So we have one numeric indicator. But we can see that by default, all the numeric inputs and outputs, those are the controls and indicators, are double or float in data type. So what we can do, we can convert or change the representation into i32 or integer. Again we can do from front panel as well. Same, go to representation and i32. So now both of these are integer, and whatever value you are going to put here, suppose let me put it in decimal. Let me put it 8.3. And as we can see that whatever value I put in here, it goes to nearest integer, so it confirms that the data type here is integer. Let's take float inputs and float output or indicator. Now let's put here 8.3. It stays at 8.3 because data type is float. So let us connect them as well. After that, we have totally completed numeric inputs. So let's move to Boolean inputs. Boolean inputs are having two states, 0 or 1, on or off. So a push button is sufficient to represent Boolean input, and an LED is sufficient to represent output or Boolean indicator. So I have connected them as well. Till this point, I think you have noticed that colors of different data types are different for blocks and wires as well. So that is main difference in all the data types for you to recognize. All the data types are having its own color, and different data types can be recognized by their colors. So let's move to string. This is string input, and let's put one string indicator as well and connect them. So color for string is pink. Now array is a bit tricky, so for that you'll have to right click on the front panel, go to data containers and place blank array, and this array is always blank. Whenever you want to make an array of string, boolean or integer, you can just put blank array and put a numeric input or a string input, whatever type of input you want inside it. So this is my numeric input and I have put it inside. One more thing, we can expand number of elements in any array by just dragging and dropping. Okay, so let's insert one more array, and that is numeric indicator. And let us make it of same size, so 4 inputs, 4 outputs, and let us connect them. Now I need string arrays. For that I need blank array again, and one more blank array for output or indicator, string input, and string output. Let us make it big. Okay, so these are different data types. Now you can see that the lines which are connecting arrays are much thicker than lines which are connecting single elements, and that is how you are going to identify that one array is connected to another array, or the wire is connecting singular block to singular output. So that is very important, and let us put some values. 2, 6. We can put any random value inside, and here we can put string first, or we can put anything. Second, S for second, T for third, F for fourth, Fi for fifth. So now we have given a few inputs out of total 8 inputs. So we have filled only 5 inputs, and let us see what happens when we run it. So we can see that all the values from control to indicators are propagated, and even this boolean position, like it is on, so it has turned the LED on. So everything has propagated, and we have left some blocks blank in the string array, and those are blank here as well. So this is basic introduction for the arrays and all different data types available in LabVIEW. One more very important thing that we can see here is we can connect only similar kind of data types to each other, like inputs of similar data type can be connected to output of similar data type. So let us see, can we connect numeric integer to numeric float value? So like we have float values, those are in decimals, but this numeric integer is unable to get decimal values. So let us check it is getting connected with this or not. So this is going to get connected, and when we run it, the output is going to be 8 only, because it's truncating the last value and making its integer. So that is very important thing. And let us try to connect a string output to a float input. Now we can see that this is showing us a broken arrow. This wire is broken because these data types are not compatible with each other. So what we can do, we can either not connect them, or if our program requires connecting integer value to string, then we can convert these values using different palettes. For example, for our particular use, let's go to string, then string to number conversion, and number to decimal string. So now we have number as input and string as output. Okay, so now we have successfully connected numeric input to string output, and let us run it and see what this hello is going to be. So now we can see that this input has been converted into string. So that is it for data types and its conversion in LabVIEW. Hope you have learned something, and we will see you in next tutorial. Thank you.